Even judgments about his literary ancestors shoes under the title Torn Up Shoes of Premchandraji. He commented upon a portrait in which Premchandraji is seen taking a photo with his wife. He is seen wearing a cloth cap on his head, kurta and dhoti. His temples are nude, the cheekbones have protruded, but the moustache fills the face. There are canvas shoes on his feet, whose laces are untidily laced up. The shoe on his right foot is fine, but there is a big hole in the left one, from which his left toe wouldn't resist from peeping out. My eyes are stuck on his left shoe. I am curious if this is the outfit to be photographed. What about dressing up in garments? No, this man will not have the quality of changing clothes. I look at his face very intimately and mumbled very often in a confused way. I say, as he is, so he is photographed being the same. Do you know, my literary ancestor, that your shoe is torn up and your finger is looking furtively through a narrow opening? If you had to take a picture, you should have worn a good pair of shoes, or you wouldn't have taken it. After all, you were a great storyteller, novel emperor, epoch originator, and what not. You do not understand the importance of photos. If you did understand the relevance of being clicked in a picture, you would have asked for someone's shoes. Even if I were you, I would have asked someone for a pair of shoes to take a photograph of. People often dress up as grooms in borrowed suits, even ride in the marriage procession on someone else's motorcycles and cars. To photograph, even a wife is asked. You do not dare ask for a pair of shoes. But Saiji now mentions that his shoes are also not in good condition. It does seem good on the outside, but the sole is already worn out. It does not reveal his toe. The whole sole will fall off. The entire under surface of his foot will be peeled off, but the finger will not be visible. You are wearing it very elegantly. I cannot wear it like this. I won't ever draw a photo of myself like this my whole life. I would never draw such type of conclusions seeing your photo. Never before has this irony struck me as sharply as it is today when I see or look at your satirical smile. This disinterest of yours builds the spirit beyond the smile. Now I am going to express my argumentative intent. I think Premchandraji was a man of eternal thought and more committed to openness, which brings an even greater sense of belonging, which must have satiated his mind and soul. Even if I were him, I wouldn't have taken a photo, but it was also that I wouldn't have asked someone for shoes either. I have my self-respect, and even if I had asked someone else for shoes, I would have been buried under the burden of embarrassment and would have carried a thought in my mind that these shoes belong to someone else and it had to be returned to their original wearers. Sorry. Have you ever wondered, has poverty had any effect on his intensity of feelings and the intelligence of ideas? Can his sense of wisdom be just since he was a poor man? No. In fact, it instilled in him a sense of purpose to convey his long buried emotions in the form of perennial stories and the survival journey of life. Before I conclude my wordings, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Deepak Dubey and I am an English literature postgraduate, and I have yet authored two books. The first one is Good Night Dear Eddie, and the second one is Myself to Play, a contemporary satirical fiction. Thank you all for your kind patience. Thank you.